Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now, I hope I've got this right in the right place. The neighbour's actually mowing now, so hubby was doing it earlier when I did the other video. The neighbour is. I've actually finished that book I was putting together, so I'll show you what I did to it. Okay. I was putting this together, remember, and I made a mistake, so I fixed it. I fixed the mistake. I turned it through the other way, okay? And it turned out like this. That is because I've got these in on the back, okay, on the front I should say, and there's little things, so I stuck them little patches on. I love to do patches with my calico, and I put a patch on that thing there because I wanted that to stay in its place. I've made faux corners for it, see, and I put the little hole. I put the little thing in there and put this lace went through real easy. I thought, oh, that's wide and what I'd go, but it went through there real easy, and I wanted to keep that in its place, so I put these two pieces of little paper there, and there, and then there's my stamp and the faux corners, and I thought it turned out pretty good for a little bit of a junky thing, whatever. And I don't know what to do with these, tie them up because it might be too long or whatever, but you know what, I don't really worry too much because whoever fixes it up and puts all their good stuff in it might come out further, and you need lots of space, don't you? So that was what that ended up like. Remember, I had to turn it through the other way because I didn't like the cover, but I covered it with this and put the corners on and eyelets and put a book plate on the top, and there's a pocket in, actually there's a pocket in here as well that I put in. I don't think I'll do anything else to it because I think it's just going to be in my Etsy with a few bits to make a journal out of. I don't think I'm going to make two, it's not going to be a big job for me to finish it or anything, so, but anybody, you know, if anybody wants it later on, they can have a look at that. So I don't know when it'll be there because I've got a lot of other stuff that I'm looking at doing because before I start putting things in. So anyway, so people today were doing, I'm Sonya and I'm in Australia, and I don't know, I keep saying that because I was worried because the neighbour's mowing and I didn't want to, you know, the noise. Now, everybody's using up their scraps, so I had all this, right? I had this because I was cutting all that off this morning, right? And then in a bag, I had these bits. These bits are here from out of a bag that I just put random stuff in, right? So I've got scraps. This is all scraps, and I'm trying to fix up and get rid of my scraps, okay? Fix them up. I want to get rid of all these pieces. But there's pictures and things in this, so this is good. Some come out of the bin, which has only got, hang on, that's not good. What was, oh, that was from my drink I had this morning. I threw the little container in the bin. Sorry about that. Anyway, so get this stuff here out of the bin that's not supposed to be there. Goodness me. Now, people are just making little strips on paper and stuff by putting these together and making like a I'll figure it out in a minute. While I'm trying to think of it, I'm going to have a mouthful of water because I'm a bit thirsty. I'll put my timer on, so that's good. I just had a drink of milk, and that makes you thirsty, I reckon. My morning breakfast thing, morning tea. Like a snippet roll, only it's made out of paper, and you can use it to put stuff on. Natasha, Treasure Books, it was doing one this morning. I seen her. Oh, everybody's done them. You know, it's been a thing going on for a while, but you put all your bits and pieces together. Why is that man doing that, for goodness sake? I'm so sorry. I hope this has not been of a nuisance to you because I can't shut the window. And this is the mower that's making that noise. It'll go properly in a minute. I was thinking about putting them on my washi tape because then that sticks to that and you don't have to worry about putting a whole heap of glue. Let's just try and do one, see what happens, eh? See what happens if I can do it and make it look good without. And then you just cut it into sections to put it into your books or put it on tags or whatever you want to do with it. You know, so it's like a... This is one of them I got stuck to this today, yeah. I could use that other one and oh dear. Anyway, I could use the other tape, but it's cost a bit of money, so I'm not going to use it today for this. But I can use these bits of tea-dyed paper, can't I? And I can put them on. And there's a bit there, and then I've got, oh, there's a piece of this. This is pretty. I like this piece. I need a bit of tea-dyed too with a bit more. What else is here? What's that? I don't know why the fairy got in here, but anyway, I could use a bit of this, couldn't I? A bit of fairy paper. It's not actually a fairy on this bit. I don't know what is wrong with them people's mower, but it does that for some reason before it starts mowing. Isn't that weird? Oh dear. These are the things they are today. The way life is, I guess. And at least they're looking after their yard now, so that's a good thing, isn't it? Definitely something wrong with the mower. We thought at first that they were doing that on purpose, but when they first start mowing, that's what the mower does. Now he's right. He's got it right. Now it's going. Now it's going right. I don't know what caused that. I was going to take that off because I didn't do it straight. There we go. A bit straight. Or crooked. Whatever the case may be. Anyway, I could clear it up later what I don't want to. Of course I've only got a small space here to use. Got a bit of paper with just a little line on it. So I could put that on there. Bit of a line on there. Actually, they sewed theirs after too. I haven't got the sewing machine ready to do that. Oh dear. Anyway, you don't have to sew it if you don't want to. There's no what's names to that, okay? Where am I? Bit of a flower piece, eh? Whatever this bit of flower piece. Florally bit. Well, so I'm not necessarily using rubbishy things, or stuff that you put in the bin. I'm just going to have a bit of everything. It's a shame I didn't think to set the sewing machine up before I started this, because I think I would have liked to have sewn it. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I can just use it like it is. Now I'm going to have to start doing a bit of gluing, because if I can get the thing undone. Got it. Because that's not going to be stuck down, that piece, because I'm not going to sew it, so it's not going to be stuck, is it? I want it to be stuck down. We don't want it waving around in the breeze. Alright. Another piece of paper. I mean, a piece of paper is just a piece of paper, isn't it? There's no big rules to these paper things. I suppose if I cover the bottom part first, which I should have just did with the glue anyway, I should have just put it on a wider thing, but I don't want this on a wider thing. I'll make a wider thing in a minute. I want this to be like this to start with, because I haven't got the machine at a place where I can use it, because it's behind me under, it's not under much, but there's a lot of stuff in front of it. I'm going to sort out my room soon, get some things out of here. I've been saying that, haven't I? And I really want to. I don't know whether I'll actually trim it off, the extra over the sides and the edges. I don't think I'll bother trimming that off. Okay, I'm just making a pretty, just making a strip of paper that I can use on something. So if I don't do, I wonder how fake stitches will work. Let me see. Where's a fake stitch making thing? A pencil. Probably these have got no. Hang on. Yeah, here's one. I wonder if I can just make a little line of stitches across it. I don't know. I might. Don't know what I'm going to do. Let me see. We'll stick some pictures on. There's a mouse. Okay. People might not like a mouse. It doesn't matter. I put him in what I'm doing. Say I was cutting off about this much here. See, so I couldn't really put the stitches on until I figured out what I was going to do with it, could I? Little cross stitches, eh? Little cross stitches. Don't know if I like that or not. We'll soon find out. You know me. I'll get rid of it if I don't. No, that's not what I need. See how you can just take it off and throw it away if you don't want it. Sorry. I'm thinking about turning this off, you know, because it's mucked up really bad. But it's not going how I thought it was going to. It's got nothing happening like I thought it was going to. Oh, I like this little balloon. Okay, let me put the balloon on. Okay, so here's Sonya trying to make embellishments for your journal. Alright, I've got a balloon. Okay, righto, so that's cool. I like the balloon. We might put him on here. Look, we could put him on. Am I supposed to put ink on so he'll sit up a bit? I can tee that off there. So it's not straight. You know what it's straight? Yeah. Nobody wants anything straight. Now, I'm going to put this on here. I'm not going to turn it off, because I want to have... This is fun, okay? We're having fun, okay? We're crafting, right, everybody? And Sonya wants to tear off bits when she doesn't like them. Well, that's how it works, doesn't it? I just tear them off when I don't like them. Righto, there we go. Now we've got that bit. Look at this. There's a mouse coming down out of the sky with his... What's his name on? His little safety thing. Oh, a mushroom. Or a mushroom. Ooh, a mushroom. A bit of a mushroom. So if I was using this, I could just have that as a piece and this on as a piece, and I could put it on the top of something, and I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm going to show you what it's going to work like, okay? If you haven't got a sewing machine to sew that down, well, that's fine. A lot of ladies have gone and bought themselves one, you know, for crafting, and I really think that's cool, but one of them said she was frightened of it. It won't hurt you. It's fine. You're in charge. Okay. I've been sewing for years and years, and don't think I've ever run over myself with it or anything. Well, some people do, you know, because they're not paying attention. But they're not hard to use. They're very, very easy. What you never ever do though is if you're sewing, don't ever touch the tension unless. I don't think you ever do. Please don't touch the tension unless it's sitting. It should be set up for you at the tension where it should be, because that's the main thing that will go wrong with your machine, is anything to do with the tension, especially if it's an older one, you know, that's so don't touch it. Just leave it. But unless, of course, it's mucking up really bad, and then maybe it's best idea to take it back to wherever you bought it if you ever have any trouble, because you don't want people... You don't want to touch the tension on the sewing machine, because that ruins your machine. That'll ruin your machine, you know, because if you don't know what you're doing, and I wouldn't touch the one on my, you know, I've known for years not to fiddle with that. If the thing is cobbling up down the bottom, does mean there's something wrong with the top tension, right? And if it's cobbling up on the top of your work, it means it's something in the bottom one. Bottom tension is the bobbin part. So, but anyway, nobody should worry about touching the tension on your machine, and don't be scared about it, because they really are a good thing to have. I wouldn't do without mine, but as I say, it's stuck behind the... Now I've got a little bit of that I've put on there because I thought that might look all right. Now I'm going to actually put a little bit of you know, a little bit of stuff on. How about a bit of this? Look at this. I'll put a bit of this on. So I'm here for you with the next half hour. So because I'm waiting. Oh well, the video said I can keep going a bit longer. Well, this is cool. Will I tear that up? Okay. Where do I? No. I'm going to put some dots on. Some purple dots. That's nice. Look at that. This is looking pretty. Purple dots down here. It's amazing, you know, the difference things make on your work. It really is, just by adding a small bit of something. And this is a lot to do with Pam of the Paper Outpost. She has started using these. Now, I've had these things, well, I bought these ones new, but I had these, I have got some that I've had for a long time, And when I seen Pam use them, I thought, oh wow, well, you know, why we still got these sitting there doing nothing? Why not use them? You know, there's so much stuff that I've bought to do my crafting because I'd really enjoy it. And over the years, so I'm quite happy to buy a few bits and pieces, and I'm using it. And I better be careful too because I don't want to stick it to something, and it'll take about half hour to dry, so hopefully I'm not going to be fiddling around with it, touching anything. I'm actually going to put a tiny piece of lace in a couple of parts at the back of it, from behind. I might just put a little pieces of lace behind there. What do you reckon? If you just give me a second and I'll find a bit. I've got truckloads of it. Got heaps of lace. So I'll just cut off a piece of this. Oh, you can't see me, I'm sorry. I'll move this over here. Okay, right. See, I stuck that in there, did I? Did I do that already? Might have stuck my fingers in it. Anyway, I'm going to take a bit with this. I'll cut a bit off here that's got scallopy bit on it. Okay. Oh, my hubby's all better today. Poor old fella. He's all better. Well, they don't know what caused it, but it could have been anything. You just don't know, do you? So you have to check these things out. You do. And I tell you, he would have been bad. I know Jeremy would not have went anywhere. I nearly had to push him into the taxi to get him to go out to the hospital. Where's a piece of paper for me to wipe this? Here it is. Fair here where I put it so I can find it. You know how that is. Yep, I put it where I could find it. Anyway, so he went and had himself checked, and it was good. For a long time for him to make sure things were fine though, and that was good. They did a good job of looking after him. Might if I open this, it might come out. And they're going to get glue everywhere, Sonya. Because I'm doing I shouldn't have put those spots on till now, should I? I want that to stick to there. What do you reckon? Somebody said in one of the comments about the way I had a different way of crafting. That's an understatement. I just do things how I like, how I find it easier, and I'm sorry if I upset anybody or make it seem hard or whatever, but it isn't. I don't think I want to make it seem like it's hard. And I've stuck my finger in there. Look at that bit there, something. I want to stick this one on too. I'll have to wipe down me. Oh. Oh dear. It flattened them down. It just made them flat. Goodness me. Sorry people. I should not have done that until But you know what? When I'm thinking of something, I feel like I need to do it in case I don't get on with it a bit later. You know? I feel like I've got to get on with it now and do what I'm thinking about so I won't forget to do it. You know? So there's my excuses, and I've got them. I'm sorry. Did that come all the way along the sticky? Oh, it probably did. Probably should have put a bit more up here somewhere. Put that behind there or something. Okay, so I made this weird thing that eventually, I promise I will show you what to do with it. There is sticky behind there, so that's good. I can stick that to it. But I don't know if I'll be able to today, it won't be dry, will it? I can make another bit of a one. So there's me, you know, whatever that is, that's it. It's one of those, it's like a Frankenpaper, what do you call it? What are those things? It's a scrappy thing. It's a scrappy thing made out of paper to put on your journal, on your journaling bits and pieces. So maybe, for example, I could take that off there and stick it on the top of that tag. Make this a tag and put it on the top of there, couldn't I? Or sit it across a page in your book, put it down the side of the page in the book. That'd look really cool, wouldn't it? Let's have a look at our book. We might have to put something on the table first before we do that. I'll sit that there. I'll clean up after. This might go really good in this journal. Goodness gracious me. So it does. I'm going to put that in there. There you go, look. So doesn't that look cool? Hey? There you go, that's something you can do with it. And that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put it in there. I'm not even going to wait. I'm not even waiting, I'm just putting it in. Oh dear, I've got a big waddy of glue there now. Hang on a second. Okay. We'll go. Make sure that's not too. And if there's any going over the side, well that's fine. And any going over the side of the... So when I put this up, I will put on there that I was making a embellishment for the journal. Okay, because that's what it is. That's one. That's one with a difference. How do you think that looks? Pretty cool, doesn't it? Oops, don't do that, Sonya. Okay. Right, now I'll leave the page open and we'll go off and we'll do another bit more, eh? Well, I like that. See, and I didn't even have to think about that, did I, really? I was just talking and not thinking about it, that's for sure. Okay, so let's just put that over there. No, we haven't got an over there that's safe. That's not going to close. I've got to keep it so it won't close up. There we go. Righto, that's fine. Now, I'm thinking I might be wanting to make one on a piece of paper, eh? So it's a bit, there's more stuff. You can put more stuff. This is using up your bits and pieces. I don't have a wipey thing in here. I've got packets out there on the breakfast bar that come in the shopping this morning. I forgot to bring one in, but that's okay. That's not going to come off anymore. It's already come off all over me. Where's my washer thing I had? Oh, I don't know. It's gone to... Well, hang on. We've got a piece of this. We'll wet our paper towel and clean ourselves up a bit, eh? Have a bit of a bath. I'll have some for a drink, some for the paper. I hope the weather gets hot here soon. I really hope we get some warmer weather. We had one day when I had to turn the fan on. I had to sleep the night with the fan on. And last night we were freezing. It's such a silly thing, isn't it? This is not coming off. Well, it's not coming off on there. It's not going to come off on mine, is it? Right. I'll get something, get it off later. When you buy it, don't pay much for something. You probably should have looked after it better, Sonya. You should look after that mat a bit better. I have so many craft mats and things, though. It's not funny. Try and get some of the glue off myself and the sticky. Sticky is glue, anyway. I like the fabric ones of these too, that you do. I've actually tore myself a couple of little rolls of fabric. What have I got? Where did I put it? There's only a bit. No, avoid me. Here we go. I rolled this all up because I tore that, you know, so I can put something on there directly, but I don't think I'll do the fabric because I better do the paper. So I want to make something like on this. I'm going to use this piece and make myself a decoration so I can pull it apart. And I like this here that says the, and this part that says book. That says friendly too, but you know, you don't have to have everything on here, do you? I'll trim this down a bit too. Right, now I'm going to do it with a glue stick. A bit of that. Right, we'll put it on. Where did I come to? There. So I'm a rough crafter. I'm a rough one. Doing a bit of rough crafting today. Hope you can see what we're doing. Good. I'm fairly in front of you, aren't I? Yep. Well, the camera's fair in front of me anyway. What's this? It says sweet moments on both sides. It's too thick though. It's really thick card. There's the Marmon person. I don't know if he's going past or going up there. I don't know. I think he went past. Doesn't bring us anything anymore. Don't care. He can keep it. I want more holes in this, don't I? Where's that little hole doing thing I have? I do have it here somewhere. I put it here. You know how you put things. Well, you know what? I've got my what's the name behind me? My cart that I bought to put my stuff on so I can take it out to the lounge room and then just bring it back, and hopefully I will be able to find everything on my cart that I need all the time, because that's what the idea was, to put it on there. Where's this? Where's this? Okay, make a hole. It's got plastic on it. Let's take the plastic off, because that's not going to stick, is it? Now we're down here, we're using a piece of paper, right? So this is scraps, right? So we're going to have to work hard to get at this scrap, aren't we? Oh, please, neighbour, please go away with your mowing thing. Oh. Our front yards aren't that big. Oh, goodness. Come on, Sonya. I broke my fingernails and I can't do anything here. Can't get hold of anything. I thought I did have. Hold of it. It's not going to come off there. Throw that away. Righto. No, oh, hang on. Push it up, right, and put it on there and do it at intervals along here like so. Make yourself some holy paper to use. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's a bit skew with. It's not bad. It's not too bad. Okay. I've got dots everywhere. Okay. Nobody's worried about dots, are they? Let's put something else in before we put that there. Bit of this. Tear it. I think I like the idea of it being torn best. This is supposed to be green coming out on that. I can't see much green. Where's my pad? Where's my pad? That's the wrong one. Somebody said you can just spray these and it'll make it a bit better. So I'm going to try that. Seems to have a bit of water. Went all over everything. It's only a bit of water, it'll dry. I hope. And I don't want this too green either. That's a really clever idea, so you not have it too green. Over the years I've made a lot of things trying to get to the thing I want to make, as you can well imagine. Got leaves on here too now, haven't I? Everything is caught on to it. We're hoping this is going to look right, aren't we? I suppose hubby's wondering why the neighbour's taken such a long time to do that. He's out at the door. He's probably seen what he's up to. I think he's only a young fella doing it. It could have been the man that was over there, I don't know. There's a couple of people live there, I don't know who does now, really. A lady and a son. Oh, there goes that daggy mullen. He went straight past. Never mind. Never mind. I probably got everything that I bought anyway, so I probably don't need anything. Oh, there's a bit of material. This is a piece off a bit of something or other that I've. I'll see, I can put anything on here. Don't have to matter what we use, does it? No, it does not matter. I like the idea that you can see the lines behind there. See, there's a bit of this too. Oh, you never know though. What you might need. Come back here. What you might need and how it might turn out. You just do not know. I'm going to put it there. You can still see the word book, and that's good. I don't know about that just yet, or if I will use that. Need a bit more of this, I think. A bit more of this. Then we need a bit of colour, don't we? Need a bit of colour. This is just like doing this is just like a collage, isn't it? Only it's for another reason, I guess. Is that why? Put it on the... No, don't. I'm going to put it on the edge and I'm going to leave that bit... I'm going to leave that bit spare up the top, through the middle, I mean. I'm going to leave that bit like it is. I can see some music stuff here somewhere. I can. A very big piece, but it'll do. People are trying to clean down their table by making stuff. I don't know. Suppose I could have a go at it. Tina, who is Shabby Dabby Doodah, she has a Friday clean up, I think. She does on her channel. I don't know if I could make enough things on video that went for 3/4 of an hour and tidy up that much, but I suppose you do it every Friday, you probably clear it up a bit. I try to pack mine away, and I'm going to because I want to get rid of a lot of things. I said to hubby I need a storage unit to put it in to get it out of this room so I've got more room to work. And then we know what'll happen then, don't we? Probably go and buy more stuff to put in here, Sonya. Knowing you. Okay. Well, I won't, because I decided not to get the sewing machines. That's why I'm not up there today. I decided not to do that because I thought, well, I've got a sewing machine, I've got an overlocker. Overlocker lives covered in my bedroom. I've got other things. I don't need another thing, another bit of machinery. I don't think. I'd like it for the fact that I think it'd be really neat because it's old and antique-ish like. I think it'd be really nice, but I'll just have to see what happens, okay? I'll just have to see what happens. I don't think I'm going to be able to justify... Well, it's, you know, I can have it. It doesn't matter. I can have it. I know that. I just don't know whether I need to put it. I've got nowhere to put it. That's an issue. This is a bit... Oh, no, it's not too bad. So this might have been a bit stiff. It's all right. I want to put that up there. Maybe I'll tear it in half and that might make it look a bit better. Tear it in half. Put a bit of inky green on. Like a bit of inky green on there. And do this. Right. Whoops. It's not stuck to everything. I'll put it up here because I do want to cover that space over it. It needed something, didn't it? It definitely needed something. Now, a piece more material maybe? Where did I see that a second ago? It's on here somewhere. I've got a bit of lace. That's what I'll put on, a bit of lace. Put a bit of lace on it. Sonya. Hope it'll stick with a glue stick. Watch out, you don't cut your hand. Just be careful. Nice. Whoops. There's a bit of there's a big bit of glue under there. Should stick it. I think it should do. I think it will. Little picture again. Anything little picturish? Any little pictures? Don't know if I want a fairy. Don't feel like that today because I think that's the thing that you do when you're making something and you particularly want it to be that. You know what I mean? When you've got a fairy book going or something. Fairy book. I'm actually going to leave that hanging over the side. That seems cool enough, doesn't it? I'll just put some glue along here. Okay, and stick this over so it's hanging over the side. Okay. You know what? You sometimes wonder how you come up with that, and I thought, and I'm thinking, why am I doing that? I don't know. But you yourself must have a bit of an idea what's going on, you reckon? I might have a bit of an idea what's happening, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You just do it with whatever you like. Just do it however you want to. It's okay. Nobody worry. Nobody panic. I was going to say that and I thought, no, and I said, nobody worry. I tried to stop myself from saying that, and I felt really silly because it doesn't matter, does it? We can say what we want to, really. It's just something I've said that for many years, and just was something I said when I come on here first, and people just... so what's so there? They probably said, so what? Now, I'm not going to put anything else on that. I'm going to leave it. I'm not liking this bit. I don't like the word book on here. I do not like the word book. For some reason, I don't mind the word book, but I didn't want that there. I didn't want it there today. I didn't feel like that. Maybe I'll put this here instead. Bit of this might be better. Have I got a bit of glue stuck to me or what? I have got glue stuck to me. Something frightful here. Okay, there we go. Now, do I need a leaf? Oh, I could probably do that. I wasn't going to, but I think I might, you know, because I think that might look pretty cool. And we'll see what happens. Come off there. Well, I guess it's a bit of a leaf. Yes, it's a tiny bit of that other bit of leaf going over that way. Whoops. I've got to stick it down because I'm picking it up with my own hands here. This one's not stuck down. Look at that, it's waving around there in the breeze. Come on. It'd be good if I put the glue stick up a bit higher. But then I didn't want to wreck that. Okay. That's not sticking. Nothing's sticking down for me today. What's going on with that? Just waving it around in the air. Oh dear. Okay. Now, I wouldn't mind another little bit of that rose on here somewhere. If I've got a bit more of that rose picture. Yeah. This is nice. I copied this off something on the internet, and I was going to put it in something, and it didn't get there. And that's okay. Okay, well, we've got a bit of this. Look at that. There's a bit. Got a straight edge on there, but that does not matter either. We'll put it on an angle, sort of. Not got a straight edge at all. Put that like that. We got more of this. No, not at the moment. I'm going to wipe my hands. Where's that thing I had? Glue off myself. I've got it all stuck to me. So, I've only got a few minutes now, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this, so you can know what to do with these things when you make them, hey? It's an embellishment for your journal. Now, the last thing I used is a side pocket, wasn't it? No, it wasn't a side pocket, it was a trim. I put a trim on here, didn't I? Over there. Okay, well, I'm not going to touch that because I don't want it to... So this one I'm going to use as a couple of things. I'm going to use these for a couple of things, this bit. Try not to get it all khaki. Do something really seriously bad with it before I get anywhere. I'm going to get that glue off there. Got a big piece of glue stuck to this. I was determined to make it stick, and I went over the top a bit, didn't I, with the glue. Right, let's stay there. Okay, so for this piece I could I know what I'm going to do, but I hope I don't make a mistake when I do it. I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to cut down here like this, okay, because that's going to be a tuck spot. This piece here can be a tuck spot. I need to glue it down a lot better than that because I'm afraid I'm not happy with the outcome. It might be just a little bit too wet to be doing anything too much with it for the time being. I'm going to cut it up here straight, I hope, and then that can go on your page like so of your journal. If you got it straight, it'd be nice, Sonya. Oh, it's not too bad. Hang on a sec. So we can put that on your corner as a tuck spot, okay, and as a pocket, and I can put some pretty stuff on it, and anything else you want to sit on there. You know, you want to have a, maybe I should have put one of these on. It's a little ticket thingy. Hang on a minute, I might get a ticket thingy out of here and use this, because I've made it wide enough to do that with it, so that's a good thing, eh? There's a nice little bird in here. What's he doing in here? I need to go over there, little bird. Well, I like this. I think it's too big. It's taken. I might be covering up a bit. I don't know what that high-pitched squealing noise is, but that's not a good idea. I hope you can't hear that. Maybe a colour, maybe a bit of a colour, bit of orange. There you go. So, and that's a good. This is a good idea to do that. So you've got all different sorts of. If you don't know what to put for your pocket, you know that's a good thing to use for a pocket tuck spot. We can have that for a pocket. Okay. Now you can. This part here is a bit not straight, but that doesn't matter, I don't think. I don't think I'd mind that. And then I'm going to put some spots on. Of course, we put some spots on, why not? It'll make it come to life, I really believe that. It really will work so good. I've got to find the top off of this glue. Can anybody see what I've done with that? Oh, goodness me, Sonya. I've already had one dry out because I've got to put the lid on it. I better look for it when I'm finished. Oh, here it is. Very good. Okay, now we can put this spots. Put some spots on. And there we go, down here a bit. Good shot. You come down here. I love this mauve. Spotlight had those other ones on special again that I bought before. You know, there was a whole heap in the container for... Where have I got them sitting now? I had them here a while ago, I thought. Maybe not. Up here they are. You can get these at Spotlight, a whole heap of these. Now, they were on special for $9.99 and they're really nice. They really work really well. I only picked this one up because it was handy. So, I might just put a little bit around here. You know, just for interest's sake. There you go. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to have to put up... We'll get up closer to the camera in a minute and see. Just a little bit of bling on it, and I think it looks really cool. And whether I put it on the bottom or not will depend on whether I'm going to have a bit of lace on the bottom, whatever I'm doing, or not. So that looks really good, doesn't it? I think so. And then the other piece, where's the other bit that I cut off there? I've left on here, I should say. Well, see, that's enough there to go on the top of tags and things like that. Even another piece for a strip down the side of the page, or across the top. It's really cool. You could put it together by itself, but it's not as like if you got a little bit of paper and said, well, I'm going to put this across the top of the book, right? Say you got. I'll try to explain myself again. I'll try to. So you just this, and I thought, well, I'm going to decorate that and put it across the top of my book. I think it's easier to do it on a big piece, on a bigger scale, and then you just cut down which piece you want. Don't you reckon? I hope so. I hope that works anyway. I hope it works for you. So that's that piece there that I would do that with. And then I could do the top of this, if I wanted to make this into a tag, I could do the top of the tag with it, or put it on part of the tag. Put it on your envelope too. And you open the top of the envelope. Where's an envelope? That's going to be tricky, isn't it? Here we go. Look, I've got one. So I was thinking you could put it across the envelope. I've got a bigger piece here. Maybe you could. Wait a minute. use this envelope as a tuck thing. You only want a half. Okay, you only want half the envelope. And you can use that as a tuck spot. Can't you? If you get the envelope and you cut it, or you can put it, you can keep it like that. People have make little books out of these envelope pieces. Now these pieces of envelope. So what I'm going to do is just cut mine like this. Oh dear, I'm sorry, I'm not in the shot. We're back here now. Okay, so I've cut that out, the envelope, and then I'm going to use a piece of this to disguise the line part, maybe, or just to cover it. Well, see, this would be a good bit to cover with things, wouldn't it? That'd work really well if you just keep covering it with pieces. I'm going to turn that off now. I'm going to do that. I'm going to cover that with these bits that I've got left over. Okay, I'm going to use a bit of real glue. A real bit of glue. I'm going to have to cut some of this off, so I'm going to have to be careful because I've got glue everywhere now. If I take it up the side here, this bit, move it over. I'm going to move it back a bit, sorry. I think you can see what I'm doing. I've got all this mess around me. Oh, it's not mess, good stuff, isn't it? I have to cut this bit off here. Move over a bit. Okay, right, so I'm going to go down here on this. I've got to hurry up, I'm going to run out of time. Okay, and then I've got this bit here that I can put here. Here. Right, I'm going to cut that off there. Wait a minute. Nobody panic. I'm going to put that there because I'm going to have to stick that down again after I've made something go in this spot here. Oh, that little piece looks like a jigsaw puzzle, just like a jigsaw puzzle. I think hubby's out there to tell me my lunch is ready now, so I'll be out there in a minute, Jeremy. Thank you. And then this bit here. And the glue's fairly fallen out of here now, isn't it? Probably because I don't really need it to do that. Have I got any more? Wrong piece. This is it. This is the bit I want to put up here. So I've made a pocket as well with that, haven't I? Because I don't know about you, but I'd probably sit there for ages trying to figure out how to cover that. I mean, it's not that hard, but sometimes we can do it and get it right. And other days it depends if your mojo's happy with you or whatever. So I've glued that up there. I made the pocket out of that. Whoops, don't do that, Sonya, yet until that's fixed. And I'm going to leave the just draggy bits and leave it a bit jaggedy. It doesn't matter, does it? Stick a little bit of something on there. A little bit of something. A little bit of this one, okay. I'm going to go down here, okay. And up along here. So this is a pocket and that'll be a tuck. And hopefully I've showed you how to make some things that you can put in your journals. And this mauve colour is what's attracted me to use this colour here. And I'll put as many spots on as I like. Look at me. The more spots the better. Hey, look at it. Look how much it changes, how lovely it makes it look. Because I believe that is what it's doing, don't you? Look at that. Whoa. Lid. Look at that, isn't it pretty? See? That's a pocket. And you can just stick that into your journal. And you put stuff down in there. You can do whatever you want to with it. If you want to cut that straight, you can. If you don't feel like you want to have it like that, I'm going to put a little bit through this lace. Just a little bit through the lace. There you go. So there you are. That's what you can do with your bits and pieces of paper. That and the part down the side. And this will probably end up in my journal. Hopefully something will happen. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.